Yes, welcome back to In the Red Corner with a brand new show, Bareknuckle O'Clock, every Thursday, 8 o'clock. I hope all's well. I've not done one of these for a long time, probably still a bit rusty, but we'll get back into it. Exciting times ahead for the BKFC. Got some great guests tonight as well. Got Foxy, got Sean Weir, who had the pleasure of meeting up at Impact BKB in Edinburgh. What a show that was, but we'll talk more about that later on. Should hopefully have Matty Hill on as well, but I'm not sure. Matty's gone radio silent, so we'll see if he comes back to us. But what's going on, people? I hope everyone's well. Like I say, jab the like button, jab the subscribe button. It really helps. Thank you very much. But I've just done a little preview there of what's going on in the BKFC. We'll just have a quick run through that card while we're talking. De Gale versus Floyd. De Gale coming over to the BKFC, going to test his hand at Bareknuckle. Same for Floyd as well. Interesting to see if the Bareknuckle, if their boxing skills are going to transfer over to Bareknuckle, because we've seen the boxers come over, try the hand at it, and it doesn't work out all that well for them. Who else have we got on there? So some news on the Cullen Grosso fight there. That fight's now off. It's been cancelled. I'm not sure there's reasons in the background. Don't really want to share, but yeah, we wish them the best of luck, and we hope to see Jack Cullen out there again soon. Breaking news today: Carlisle's own Kieran the Scumbag Sul versus Petnik. Petnik, Polish, training down of the same place as Sean. Actually, he's training or one of the places that Sean trains. Fitness Factory, slipped my memory there. Fitness Factory, and Kieran Sewell trained by boxing, which is just there. You can maybe see. Went to watch Kieran spar the other day against Foxy and Chip Chase. That was good watch. That was a good watch. What else have we got? Dex Spellman versus Selinski as well. Selinski's been on every card for the last 3 cards, I think. But really looking forward to see Deck back. Selinski's tough and strong, and Spellman's got a great boxing pedigree behind him, making his debut last time. Lowe and Henderson, just been speaking to Ben Lowe no more than half an hour ago. He's excited for this one. Henderson obviously done a little interview with the Fuse as well. A massive shout out to the Fuse. We're going to be doing bits again together. I think we're going to do a show on Sunday, but yeah, can't wait for that fight. Corin Moyer. Moyer coming off a loss after his 7-0, 8-0. What was he? Yeah, 7-0, 8-0. And Corin is now 1-0. He looked a beast in it. I thought Corin was maybe going to be a one and done kind of guy, but he's proved me wrong, which I'm pleased to see. Thornton versus Hill. Love Matty. Love Thorny as well. We've not seen Thorny out since the Prospect show in Liverpool, where he done really well. He's been working behind the scenes, putting the work in. Matty grafting all the time up at O'Toole's and the new BKFC gym, which I can't wait to go and see. Andy Davidson, Mick Terrell's gym. But the both, that's going to be it's a heavyweight, that one as well, which I'm surprised to see. This one. Oof, what can I say about this one? There's a hype train behind Joe Lister, isn't there? There's a hype train behind him, and he looks unreal. He's done a great job against John Ferguson, stopping John with a body shot. But then, like I say, I went up to Edinburgh to the Impact show, which, again, we'll touch on it later, but Sean Weir took on John Ferguson as well and shattered Joe's jaw. I've got a video of that later on, John's jaw, which I've got a video of that later on. If you haven't seen it, it's on my Instagram and TikTok and all that kind of stuff, YouTube, Facebook. But what a performance Sean put in. The butcher ready to come to the BKFC and show Scotland, put Scotland on the map for Bareknuckle. One of his other teammates up there, John Telfer, an amazing performance against a tough Bart Kroll. Really interested to see how that one's going to pan out. David Oscar, tough as they come, isn't he? What a man he is. What a man he is against Dickinson. It's going to be a war. David always brings a war, doesn't he? Chip Chase versus Garside. Really interested for this one. Really interested for this one. Chip Chase has got he's got a bit about him. Wants to get that loss against Foxy. Wants to redeem himself a bit, I think. And Garside sitting at 1-0. Wanting to make waves in this weight as well. He's gone up a weight for this one. the money fight, Chalmers versus Fincham. Obviously, we've seen Aaron Chalmers, Geordie Shaw doing all them stuff. You know, fought Mayweather. Been over to Dubai, BKFC, fought Chaz Simmons over there, got the victory over Chaz. So, you know, had a taste of the bare knuckle. Interested to see how Fincham's going to get on. Jack's got a great boxing pedigree, great amateur background. It's you know, don't be fooled into thinking that this is just going to be another influencer fight, because I don't think it is. I think this is really, these lads are wanting to prove to everyone what they've got. And of course, the main event there, DeGale versus Floyd. What more can I say about that? We've got in the background, we've got Sean in the background there, still waiting for Foxy and Matty, but let's give a quick shout out to the Forge there. So the Forge is a new gym in Carlisle, which is really making a difference. Keaton's doing great work. He's not just concentrating on your physical, he's concentrating on your mental as well, and providing nutrition guide. Go over to Instagram, give him a follow. Keaton's got a great story which he put out there yesterday for himself. You know, about how he's in the position that he's in now. It's a heartwarming watch. Give it a go. For those that were interested as well, what happened? Did I get dropped off Foxy's body shot? You might have seen it on the. Instagram. Who's this? Air boxing. Nice top gizmo. There we go. Air boxing through and through. Did Foxy drop us from that body shot? We'll find out. Let's have a look.
Tend to go with his body and chin him, right? No, don't. Be nice. Just hurt him a little bit. Just a little bit of pain. Well, I want that bad.
I don't think that was your full fucking.
No, I want his full thing. You can't hit anybody full blast. You're not allowed. Go on, you do him. Go on, okay. Finish him.
That was right in my centre that as well.
That's called a solo.
That's the thing about them body shots. When you know they're coming, you do
right on that side, Keith.
Right in the centre, yeah.
You know, under the line.
Chin him.
So that's it. Et it like a champ. I think that makes me the 145 BKFC champion now. If not the champion, I'm definitely in the top ranked 5. But Et it, no way I was going down off that one. He didn't give us his full one, did he? I'd have probably crumpled under his full one, but it was a good bit of crack. We'll get Sean on. We'll speak to him now. But he put a little video out yesterday, and I think he kind of tells you a little bit what he's about. I might have to mute it though, because I don't want to get the I don't want to get copyright infringed. So there we go with that one.
He doesn't beg for peace.
That was a little bit of footage of fuck's sake. There we go. That was a little bit of footage of Sean's Instagram yesterday, and a little bit of the highlight on that I took. You could hear his jaw snap. John Fergal was in a bad way, but I was at a show with him at the weekend just gone. He was refereeing a show, and he's in good spirits. He's all good on the mend. He can chew again, he said. So he's some man, John. Without further ado, let's bring on Sean, shall we? Sean the Butcher Weir, how you doing, mate?
Hey, I'm all good. How about you?
All good, my man. Thanks very much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
No problem, mate. No problem.
Good man. Great. That show up there, that show up in Edinburgh was fantastic, wasn't it? You put on a great performance. The lads put on a great show up there. it was almost as good as I'm not saying it was as good as a BKFC, but it was almost as good as a BKFC. But the Scottish fans, unbelievable. They loved every minute of it.
Aye, the boys done a great job up here, especially for that was the first time any type of bare knuckle boxing has been to Scotland. So it was the first the first show, and it was an absolute nail to be involved in. I think everybody, even for the ISKA guys, they were they said it was really good, well put together. The guys done a really good job.
They did, and they've got another one coming up, I believe, in Aberdeen
Yeah.
in November, and I think they've got one planned for
For
Glasgow in December
yeah,
as well.
yeah. So I know they've been right back to the drawing board and try to make it bigger and better for the next one. So it's definitely going to be a great show, especially north of the border, as I've not had like a BKFC or that type of platform in Scotland yet.
Yeah, history making night, and it was an honour to be part of, and to be the ring announcer there was, like I say, it was an honour to be part of. Some great fights throughout the night. There was maybe one that the guy was a bit dodgy, but it's always hard. You never kind of know what you do and know what you're getting when you open the show up to people. But all you Scottish boys are tough. Jay McFarlane, John Telfer. Shame about little Mark got his injury up to his knee, but wish him all the best. Hope he's on the mend for that.
Yeah, I think he's going for an off on the 2nd of September or the week after. So he tore his ACL. So it was a nasty one.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about you, Sean. What's your background? How did you get into bare knuckle? Well, we'll go. Don't do how did you get into bare knuckle yet. What's your background in fighting?
So I've always been around martial arts as a kid. I boxed in a local amateur boxing club. I've done that for the age of 12, 13. End up in the west of Scotland, in Glasgow especially. This is where you'll see like with Jay, John, myself, the mental aspect's totally different up here. We're called Scheme Boys, and probably the last generation of it. So I've been brought up around like combat sports, but also fighting. Like fighting is like my first love. I know it maybe sound mad, but like ever since I was a kid, I boxed, and then it was like, what can I do next? So I done a bit of Thai boxing. I've even done like some things like Jeet Kune Do. Then I went into the MMA world. Trained as an amateur MMA, had a few MMA fights, was successful in it, and then had a bit of hype about myself as a young guy, as a boy, and then life got a few things started happening in my life. Few friends committed suicide. I lost my daughter, and my life just it took a wee bit of a turn for the worst. It was more like the mental aspect to myself that I let go, and all the years I worked and that then became like I couldn't channel it right. So I end up obviously when you seen all the forest fighting and all that kind of stuff. That's how that I led into that. Started fighting all over Europe kind of stuff. But when you're talking about the fighting, it's just I love it.
Yeah, you can see that you loved it, and could see that you loved it on that night as well. And it's I didn't really know the background of everything. I'm sorry for all your losses. It must have been hard to deal with, but obviously being a fighter and having that mentality, that's what's got you through essentially, I suppose, is it?
Aye, like, where I've been in my life to where I was like walking out in Edinburgh was a massive turning point for me. Even going back to the gym was huge. Even when I was going through all the shit, I had a bit of hype train as a kid, and I knew I was like well spoken of, and I always knew I should have been doing something in my life in combat sports. And I was, even when I trained when I was young, I was always surrounded with the best guys who then went on to fight in your UFCs and all that kind of stuff. And I've always kept some sort of friendship with them. And then obviously that's where how I'm back training at higher level, and I'm up there putting the shift in with the guys and all the new up and coming guys, professional guys and that is out there now. So it's been some journey, but I'm where I should be at now. So, and I'm looking forward to what's next.
Yeah. So how did the opportunity of bare knuckle come across your path then?
So I was actually believe it or not, I was in the barbers and I was getting my hair cut, and John and Healy go to the same barbers as us, and there were talks about a bare knuckle show coming to Glasgow, and there were 2 or 3 people phoned me about it because of just the reputation I've got. And at the time I was like, nah, it's no really my style. I wasn't mentally ready for it. And then I started back training, started back the boxing, started getting a bit fitter. And then about 8 weeks out for the event, I got in contact with John and Healy. I said to them, I sat down with them, went for a coffee, sat down with them and said, if I'm going to do this, I need an opponent, like a well-established opponent. My goal is to get to the BKFC, so ideally I need a pro that's been in there, had 3 or 4 fights, that's tough. It's got to give me the rounds. It's got to. Like, I needed something that was got to get. I wanted rid of any ring rust that I wanted before I made the step. So when Healy then phoned us back and said he was talking to Bakewell and offered me John Ferguson, like I took it as like, I knew, boy, that's exactly the kind of fight I want. I want a tough guy that could potentially take me rounds.
Yeah, Johnny's a tough guy, and you managed to stop him with that nasty jaw accident. Bare knuckle. How did you? Was bare knuckle thought? What did you think bare knuckle was? What you thought it was going to be?
It's all the same to me, really. It's like when I'm in there, any type of fighting, I just feel relaxed. I feel like I'm in the zone. Like I don't mind it. It's I was wanting to strip it right back. What excited me about the bare knuckle is it strips it right back. It's you and him, and there's no protection, and it's basically who's got the best skill set, who's got the hardest chin, who's got the more heart. And there's a massive mental aspect game it, and that's where that's the bit I wanted to test mostly. I wanted to see where my mindset is from where it was 2 or 3 years ago to where it is just now, with the work I've done. And when I went in there against John, I knew he was a crafty veteran. I knew he had a few fights. I never got to see him and Lister fighting, but I did watch him fighting Danny Mitchell, and I watched him fighting Moya. And obviously, everybody knows who Danny Mitchell is, and I thought, like, he's a well-established pro, and he's a tough guy, and he's went the distance with him. So I knew I was going to get the rounds. I spoke to Danny Christie in the changing room before the fight, and he actually fired us off a wee bit because I was in the mindset of, like, I'm going in there, I'm going to stop him, I'm going to I just need to finish this guy. I need to make a statement. I need to get on that BKFC. And I was in the changing room, and Danny says, "John's a tough kid. You'll get some rounds in with him." And it switched something in my mind. And I was like, "Fuck." But then when I went in there, I was a wee bit nervous before the fight, but when I went in there, the second they shouted me to do the walk, everything just went away, and I just felt the charge. And then obviously you seen yourself, the amount of people that showed up to support me was incredible. And it was just everything just then went slow motion for me. And then when I was in there with John, the first round, my game plan was to get in, and because I knew John was got to come on harder, like he was got to come on to the rounds, like he was like a slow starter kind of thing. And when I in there, I was wanting to hit him nice and light and fluently, and I wanted to make sure I won the round. And every time John went through the gears, I was wanting to go through my gears, and I wanted to basically match him. That was what my mindset was. I want to match him and I want to beat him in every level he goes through. I went in, the ring was very, very spongy. So when I went in, I threw the jab, open seconds of the fight, I threw the jab, and it was a nice light stingy jab, hit him with the jab, and I seen his face reacted, but he threw like a 2-1. But I went to step back, and I got like caught in the ring, and it hit us to the body. And then I reset, went in again, hit me 3 or 4 shots. I then took a step back. He's threw the same shot twice. So I knew he was going to throw that shot. The third time doing it, I went in, I peppered him with a few shots. I hit me the right uppercut. He came over with the jab. I think it was a jab with the right hand. I stepped back, hit me the uppercut. He then He's then obviously guarded himself up, and these were just nice light shots, and I knew he was going to throw the shot, and that's bang. That's when I've cocked it the left hook. But and when right at this moment, like I seen his jaw, like it was swinging, and I said, starting in my head just said, you can't hit this guy to the face. That's why I wrapped him up, started hitting to the body. I look at the referee, and then I can hear him screaming, and then I knew the fight was over then.
Yeah, it was such a, what a victory it was, mate. And then the crowd just erupted for you. You were on the ropes. You were in the corner, I think, standing on the ropes, giving it. And, the place just went mental. It went mental.
Everybody that was there knows where I've been over the last 5 or 6 years and knows the struggle I went through. So that night was a special night for everybody, not just me. They seen me coming back.
Yeah, they did, mate. They did. And it's great to see you back. And you obviously impressed Bakewell there as well, because you've got the BKFC contract.
Yeah.
And now facing Joe Lister.
Yeah. So it's a great fight, a great opponent. Like, I'm very, very pleased with this matchup. Joe's a young up and coming guy. He's very exciting. He's got a lot of hype behind him. I've not seen much of Joe. I know he's got an amateur boxing background, same as myself. I know he's won a couple of Sheffield titles. I think it was Sheffield he's from, or Yorkshire titles, which is good. So it's definitely it's a great fight to be involved in, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting in there and doing the damage.
How do you see the fight panning out? Do you think it's going to be a stoppage, or do you think it's going to go the distance?
Every fight I can, I'm going to look for that stoppage. I'm going to. Thing is, I'm naturally hit hard. I know that. I've got a great team around us. I've brought in strength and conditioning coach. I've got a nutritionist. I'm teamed up with boxing science. I'm training at higher level with some of the best. Well, they're the best guys in the country. We've got young guys in there that are coming up. It's got to be next. Sean Clancy, for instance. I'm going to give Sean a shout out, because going into the gym 15 weeks ago, I was a bit nervous because I had heard of these guys, and obviously I went right in on a Friday night to spar, and I thought I was just going to get it. I actually just thought I was walking into a minefield, and I was welcomed with open arms, and it was great, because I got an absolute fantastic spar that night, and I got put in my place, and I knew exactly where I need to get to. And I look at the younger guys in that gym and where their trajectory is and where they're going and what their dreams are and what their ambitions is. And it's given me a charge, and it's pushing me in the path of where I want to go and what I want to do in this sport.
Yeah. And it's nice that they've got you to look up to as well, to see where you're going and where you're gonna be in the future.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I can only see myself going one way, and I think that's important for every fighter. I think every fighter has to have that self-belief. But I really am obsessed with that side of this, and like the confidence. You get confidence with working in the gym. I get confidence with stats. So I was playing strength and conditioning tonight with Adam, and everything's done scientifically, and all my stats are getting better. I'm improving week in, week out. I'm up at the gym. My pad work's getting better. My sparring's getting better. I can see myself progressing, and it's filling me with more confidence. When you're adding that to the power that I hit with, I'm frightening at the light heavyweight. I'm going to be frightening at that division.
Brilliant. And obviously, you go down to Birmingham as well, to the fitness factory. You were doing some training with Conatini for the Danny fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, for the Danny fight. So how that came about is I've got a friend down there, Chris Maya, who's a great pro MMA guy who's had a really successful career. Me and Chris have been friends for a number of years. I've reached out to Chris because I know there were a few bare-knuckle gyms in Birmingham, and he was friends with Connor and George. So he set up the sparring, went down. It was 3 weeks out for my fight, 2 weeks out for Connor's fight. So the two years were obviously in fight condition and fit. So I knew I was going to get really high-end sparring. I went down there on a Saturday, stayed with Chris, went into fitness factory with signing on met Simon, met the boys on the Sunday, and we went right into sparring. Done 5 rounds with Connor, 3 rounds after that with George, and then I done 5 rounds with Marley. And it was fantastic. The guys were great in the gym. The spar was nothing that I thought it would be. I thought I was going to go into like a hostile environment, and it was going to be like a bare knuckle fight. I was going to have to push through the paces, and it was going to be more like a fight than a spar. But it wasn't. It was so technical. It was the guys were really good there, and I was really impressed with the gym. And obviously, I've then got a friendship with all the boys now, and I'm planning to be down there a couple of times before the fight with Joe as well to get some sparring with the lads.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have you down there again, of course. They are top lads down there, and like you say, very technical. Connor's got probably the best footwork and head movement in the sport, and it was a great night to watch him fight Danny. Unfortunately, Danny didn't get the victory that he wanted, but Connor's still the champion, and big things coming for Connor.
Yeah, it's exciting for him, man. He deserves it. He went through. He started off at the bottom and he worked his way up, and he's not took any easy fights. And he sees the guys he's fought. He's even with, obviously he fought Danny last, and Danny coming down weight, and obviously Danny's still a dangerous operator. You can never take that away from him.
Definitely, mate. I seen that you posted something that said that you're going to stop the hype train, which I really liked. Enjoyed that one. I'll finish off with this question. I normally ask it to people that have been on the first time in the red corner. What does fighting mean to you, and why do you fight?
The reason I'm fighting now is because I've got young kids who compete in judo, and this is where it flipped for me. I was at a judo competition with my kids, and they picked up a couple of gold medals, and I was at the side of the mat that day, as every parent was, and I was looking about the mat, and there were some kids that were just so, like their dad just had a different aura around them to what I had at the time. And I had a moment in me where I was watching my kids, and I seen like how hard they worked on the mat, and it reminded me so much of myself. And I was sitting there and I was saying, they picked up gold medals that day, and I was saying to myself, if they continue this as a sport and they get to a good level, and they need one day to come in and say, don't want to do that, don't want to go to judo, I don't want to do a competition, and I try to push them, then I'm not really any type. I've got nothing. I've not done anything in my life to push them to where their potential could be. So that's the reason I'm fighting now. I'm fighting so my kids can see what's achievable, and that's why it was important for me to get to the BKFC and then carry on for that. So I've got goals. My first goal was get to the BKFC, and now I've got goals to carry on in that. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to to everything, just the full journey.
Definitely, mate. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you down there as well. Craig McLachlan there in the comments saying easy days, bro. And I hope to see all the Scottish crowd come down as well and support you again, because like I say, they were just unreal. They got a taste of what it was like up there, and to come down to a show, a BKFC show, and see, the big production in a full rigged out arena and stuff like that. It's something special, mate. It's something special.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think you'll definitely hear them anyway.
100%. Listen, Sean, thank you very much for coming on, mate. We'll do this again at some point if you want to do it. And like I say, I'll see you down there. We'll get an interview and stuff down there as well.
Brilliant, that's perfect. Have a good night, mate. Thank
you as well, my man. Thanks very much. Cheers. Sean the Butcher Weir, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute, he's a gentleman. Unbelievable guy. Big things coming for him, I think. Big things coming for him. We've got Foxy in the background, who's been sat in the background for a little while now, patiently giving it one of them, trying to make us laugh when I'm talking. He's had his tea. Let's bring him in. He is the Dirty Fox. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Sam, when you text me, I fucking completely forgot. Good job. I eat it around 8 o'clock. So when I come in, I start knocking my tea up, and then I seen the text. I thought, fuck, I best jump on. You watched me eat every bite, didn't you?
I did. Right out of the sauce. But what did you have?
Mackerel.
Mackerel.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How's it going? I was up with you on, was it Monday? Tuesday, I was up with you and John
Tuesday,
and
Tuesday.
Key Sewell. Great to watch you lads spar. And, it's nice to see, you and John one sold fours now helping and working together and helping each other out.
Yeah. He's been messaging me and that as well. And I was talking to him and he started going for a bit of food after a couple of shots where I was using, where I caught him in the fight and they thought it was a tricky shot. They're starting to put it into their own game there now. So that's good to hear, you know what I mean? That they bring something out of my game into theirs. So, yeah. All good.
All experience, isn't it? All experience.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Because obviously, it's how you improve, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Aye. Talking about shots.
Tend to go with body and shin him, right? No, don't.
Oh, yeah.
Be nice. Just hurt him a little bit. There's a little bit of pain. Oh, I want that bad.
So is it right on the 145 champ now?
I didn't want to put no meat into it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know that wasn't nowhere near your best, but I still ate it.
But
it was good fun. See, like, and like I say, all fours, you and Jono, but helping Key Sewell, who's making his BKFC debut on 27th of September.
Yeah,
he's a cracking little lad.
He's keen for sparring. He's asking for more sparring and stuff. That's how you improve, just being keen and wanting rounds with good fighters and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I've been there myself before. You kind of buy it. The good sparring. But yeah, like especially once I've had my fight out of the way, I'll help him out all I can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and your coach as well, Fanu, who's been your coach for what was it, 15 years? Did he say?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could sit and it's the first time I met Fanu. I've heard a lot about him, but I could sit and listen to his stories all day. He's got some good ones.
Yeah, he's got some crackers, man. And I can't wait away when we get away. He'd be a frisk fan, or like.
Yeah,
he's always a laugh when you're out and about. He just starts laughing all day long, man. Class.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, he doesn't laugh himself. He just says it without a fucking cracking smile and laugh his fucking off, man. Class, man. I think he'll even make a 9-hour fucking plane journey funny. You know what I mean?
He said he wasn't looking forward to the flights, but I'm sure he'll love it when he gets out there. A bit of sunshine for him. It's going to be good. Like I say, his wife's she's booked up. She's coming over as well, so makes it that bit easier, a bit better. Do you know what I mean? He'll be away from home for a week, so at least, like I said, an hour or two a day, we're going to be busy doing bits, and then obviously they can go and, you know what I mean, to nice places, isn't it? Miami, Florida, and all that. It's like, can we get a bit of Hollywood out of it as well? Yeah. I know this was a bit of a long-term goal for you as well, of getting over to America and fighting when we've done the podcast. Yeah, definitely. It's something off you on your bucket list, isn't it? But just, I'm just up there now where I'm like, feel like I'm finally getting to where I want to be, by fighting the best. Just prove to me, just see where I'm at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Plazoila, what is he? 5-0, 4-0, something now. 5-0, yeah. Five knockouts as well. So I mean, it's going to be a tough fight. But you've always wanted that war. You always. I want tough fights. I've been, if you listen back to any of my old interviews, this is what I've been asking for. Put the right man in front of me, the man who's going to come to me for a fight, and then you're going to see the excitement. This is what we want. But I don't want to fight where I'm, having to look for somebody and chase them, and where we want action in this. You know what I mean? No. Lost him. Signal's gone. But yeah, it's going to be a tough fight, Plazoila. I was going to ask him about Kai Stewart as well. Obviously, Kai. Where's he at? Is he gone? The joys have been live, I suppose. But yeah. Plazoila's going to be a tough fight for Foxy, no doubt. But, want our homeboy to do it as well. Our hometown hero from the UK, going over to America and hopefully facing Kai at some point. Are you there, Foxy? I think what the plan has been for the BKFC to get Foxy over there and not give him the Kai Stewart fight straight off. I think the BKFC are looking to build Fox's name over there to make the fight even bigger what it would already be. Looks like he's trying to reconnect now. Not happening. Like I say, the joys have been live. I'm going to give Matty a shout and see where Matty's at. You back yet, Foxy? No. Follow that link, mate, and jump in. I'm on live now. Not the best viewing for you, but like I say, it's live, so what can we do? We'll just crack on. Tough fight. Fox is a great lad. We want him to do his best and do well over there. I'm sure he will. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Just a lad from Tinto. Big things to come, brother. That was from David Fleming for Sean. Sean Weir there. Are you there, Foxy?
Oh, yeah.
There you are, pal. Lost you there for a minute.
Yeah, well, can you see me now?
Yeah, I can hear and see you.
Well, I can't believe him, how Daz. He's been sat here beside me. He's went to start the sauna up, knowing I'm on here, and he's fucking tried to phone me and fucked the full job. He knows I'm on my phone. He only left me 10 minutes ago to start to fucking set the sauna up and then ran my phone.
Jeez. How is Daz? Is he keeping all right?
Yeah. He's been running and stuff, yeah, but he's just waiting on a shoulder operation. He's sick. Here he is.
Do you think?
This is fucking that. I'm on here, man. You couldn't find the axe. But you're around here and start chatting and feed the full food.
Do you think Dan will ever step back in the ring himself then, or?
Oh yeah, I'll step back in. He's 100%. For a little while, once he knew he was getting an operation, he wasn't doing now, and then obviously he was just getting sick, like, so he's just been running. He's doing some miles, like, lately. But once he gets his operation, it's not a major operation, like, I've had it myself. I've had a shoulder operation myself. I was back fighting within about 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so he'll be back. He's only 20. What is he, 29? 28. He's only 28. I mean, he's got 10. I've got 10 years on him, and I'm still going, so he's got plenty of time.
Best of luck with that then, Daz. So hope all goes well, pal. No bother. But Daz made his his bare knuckle debut at the WBKB, which is a show in West Cumbria. Another great show. I think they've got a show coming up on the 4th of October. You were there as a special guest last time as well, weren't you? It was
it was a good show. They always good shows then. It's always good shows, entertaining, good fights, good matchups, and good matchmaking.
How do you see this fight with Pizzola going then? What do you see him finishing him, or?
I'm ready for anything, me. I'm ready for whatever he has to bring. I watched like a clip on a podcast of him. Well, someone sent me it. Said he's looking for a clean KO. So if he's looking for a clean KO, I hope he's got a plan B, because that's not happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, he's if I take a hat off from him, he's had 5 fights and he's top 5. So you can't ask no more of a man, can you? Do you know what I mean? So he's what I want. He's what I want. He's the opponent I want. I want a dangerous man in front of me. The danger brings the best out of me. It makes me more alert, more switched on. And in this game, if you're not switched on, you get your lights switched off. You know what I mean? You get took out the game. And I think the fights where, when if you just take your foot off the gas a little bit, or you just switch off for that split second, But fights where there are dangerous men in front of me, I won't switch off. So I feel like I'm excited. I'm really, really excited, because I know it's going to bring the best out of me. I'm going into his backyard. I think he's had most of his fights in Florida. So it's going to be hostile. There's going to be a lot of people, for him. But it makes it all better for me. That's what I like.
Do you think you're the underdog? Do you like being the underdog?
Yeah. Well, I will be the underdog, won't I? I mean, he's on the main. He's before me in the poster. He's the home fighter. He's at the 5-0. He's #1 contender. So he's going to be I'm going to be the underdog, aren't I? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, it's not. I can say nothing. You know, he's a game man. He's a rough man. He's what you want in a bare knuckle fight. Do you know what I mean? He's what you'd want to be watching. Do you know, like if I'd sit and watch his fights. I'd buy tickets to watch him. He's an entertaining fighter. Do you know? So it's just what we want.
Do you think? Because I mean, I think a lot of us all thought that the Kai fight was over the line. Is this part of the BKFC building you up and getting your name out there in America to make that fight
like
bigger?
When I didn't really know he existed until the fight got mentioned and more or less made, and then I looked him up, and he's on the rankings as the #1 contender. So it wouldn't be fair for me to have the title shot above him, really. So what more of a better way than have me get known in America, have a fight in America, test myself against he's the #1 contender. And then let the better man have the fight against the world title for the world title when there's going to be nobody dissing that fight. Then where I think if I'd have got that fight, which I did think was going to be happening, I thought that was the next step. We had a face off and all the rest of it. We're building a fight, bit of laughs and jokes and that. But I did think that was going to be happening. But like I said, I didn't really look into the ratings and all the rest of it. I didn't really. Look at potentially if there was anyone in the way of me, do you know what I mean? So, but once his fight got mentioned and I looked and I seen he's 5-0, 5 knockouts, so why wouldn't he make this fight first? Do you know what I mean? It makes the Casio fight much bigger, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like for the winner of this fight, which is going to be lots of eyes on this fight. I'm the only UK fighter traveling to the States to fight on this show. So there's going to be everyone on this fight, and and like I said, I'm super confident. I feel brilliant. Feel better and better as I'm going. I'm just getting more used to the way this works. You know what I mean? Coming from a professional boxer, moving to bare knuckle, there's a bit of a difference, but you've just got the penny's got to drop first. You know what I mean? And it didn't in the beginning.
No, I think you've got it now. And even Danny said in the past, I think it takes 4, 5, 6 fights until you know what it's all about, really.
I feel I'm putting it all together. I'm putting it together in the sparring, and I'm just feeling good. I'm not overdoing it. Well, that was a major thing I used to do. I used to overdo it. I used to train like fuck. Do you know what I mean? 2 and 3 times a day, and it's not needed. Do you know, I don't need to practice how to fight. I know how to fight as long as I feel good. I'm healthy in that. You know what I mean? And that's how I'm having more like rest days, but I'm not worrying on my rest days. A rest day is not a day. It's not a day wasted. Do you get what I mean? When I used to, because obviously I was never living the life before outside of camps and stuff. I was having like a sort of 8 or 10 week window to train, where like if I was losing days in this 8 weeks, I wasn't getting them days back, and I only had this time limit. Where now I'm 75% fit all the time. So once I'm hitting it hard these couple of days, if I need a day off, I just have a day off. I haven't trained today. I've been finished off with medicals and stuff today, but not like once when I'd be feeling guilty and worried and think, oh fuck, I wouldn't sleep thinking I should have done something today. Do you get what I mean? When I don't need to train all the time. It's rest is good for you. Yeah.
It's where you heal, isn't it, when you're sleeping and relaxing and
stuff.
I said,
the way I used to do it when I used to be on time limit, I used to have a certain amount of time, and I'd need to do X amount of things one week, then X amount of things the next week, and so I was just sort of always fighting against time to get ready for this fight. When now it's I could do what Ben Bonner's just done. 8 days notice just to make the weight, and that really I more or less could do that. Ben was nowhere he was near, but I mean, with a longer camp, if he had a 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it'd have been much better. But I could get myself to a fitness work. I could get myself to fight fit what Ben was on that night, and get through 5 rounds, no problem. At any point now, do you know what I mean? When we got the 6 weeks, the phone call for 6 weeks for this fight. If they said, look, it's in a week, I wouldn't have said no, and I'd have been ready. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have been 100%, but I'd have been ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
That's it. A good team going out over there with you. Ben's obviously going out with you. I think Danny's going out with you as well.
Yeah. I don't know if Danny's going. I think, but he's away at the minute. And I think I'm not sure. I don't know if Danny's going, but I don't. Yeah, Ben's going. There's about 20 booked up so far.
Excellent. Lou Hughes is obviously going as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Rick.
I said there's about 8 of my family going. people booking up. There's somebody and they're booking up too. Like a couple of lads from Stockton there booking up, and there's just people just coming and booking. You know, it's not really a fortune at the minute for some reason. I don't know. I think it's out of season compared to when I was over last month.
Yeah.
It was double. It was double the price. You know what I mean?
And not too far away at all. 12th of September. It's all going down. When do you fly out then?
Next week, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Hopefully get some more. Hopefully be better than the weather here.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait.
Brilliant, Foxy. Thanks very much for your time, mate. The very best of luck out there. I know you're going to go out there and smash his face in, so
yeah,
bring it home, mate. Bring it home.
Cheers,
thanks,
Ross.
pal.
Thank you, mate.
Speak to you later, mate. Ta-ra.
Bye.
The Dirty Fox, ladies and gentlemen. What a man. Some man for one man. And we had Matty in there. I think I don't know where Matty's gone. He was there a second ago, crying out loud. Give another shout out to the Forge there. Forge is a gym in Carlisle that's looking after nutrition, but not only looking after you physically, looking after you mentally as well. Go over to Instagram, give him a follow. He's doing great things there, Keaton Armstrong. While you're over there, giving the red corner a follow, jab the like button, jab the subscribe button. You can see who my next guests are going to be for next week. Going to do this show every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Hopefully we'll get some more guests on and stuff like that, and appreciate you all for watching. Let's just give Matty a shout, see where he's at. A text there, I'm sure he'll come back in. Let's have this little spin through that card again. There we go. I think we've got Matty coming in soon. But what fight are you looking forward to seeing in the comments there? Give us a shout and let us know who you're looking forward to see fight. There's a couple of tasty ones on there, 100%. Here he is, Matty Hill, the mad dog.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you, pal?
Very, very well, mate. Very well. Nice to see you, pal.
You as well. You've been keeping busy, mate. Is it O'Toole's or the BKFC gym you're training at, or a bit of both?
Mainly, Mick Terrell's at O'Toole. At the BKFC gym, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Only a few sessions at O'Toole's, but mainly at Mick's gym at the minute. Yeah.
Excellent. And seems like you've been in camp forever.
I've been in camp for a long time, mate. Yeah. Feels like forever. A long time to fight, like.
Yeah. Feeling strong, feeling ready though, mate?
Definitely. I've put the work in with this one, Ross, 100%. Like I say, and like you've noticed, I've been training quite a lot, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think you're kind of living that lifestyle now, aren't you? Really, of a professional fighter. Even when you haven't got a fight booked, you're still keeping busy and still working and still training and still learning.
That's it, mate. It makes a hell of a difference, I'm dedicated, Ross. You know what I mean? I drive 3 hours a night to get to training, do my training, and I'm same again the next night. So they can't say that I'm not dedicated to the cause, and I'm dedicated to the BKFC as well. You know what I mean?
100%, mate. And this one, you seem to keep going between weights as well. You're at heavyweight for this one.
It is heavyweight, but it's capped at 95 kilo. This, so it's
right,
not kilo, bottom end of the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I can do both. So I can fight both, mate. Anyone. I'm that.
What do you know? Do you know much about Thorny then? Obviously, he was on the Prospect Show, won a contract when the Prospect Show was a thing. Done pretty well, sold a lot of tickets.
I was there actually. I was there at the Prospect Show.
Liverpool, Olympia.
Yeah, I was there.
Was it the Olympia?
Was it the Olympus?
I can't remember now.
I'm not sure, mate. But yeah, I was there. That's the only time I've seen him. I don't know now about him really.
Yeah.
Nothing to go on really other than that fight. Like I say, he's my opponent. He's the one in front of me, and I've got a job to do, haven't I? As he has.
Absolutely. Where do you kind of see? Do you see yourself staying at the lower end of heavyweight then, or I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you kind of maybe pick a weight division and go for it in that. You know, like
this was just the fight that was presented to us. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'd be quite happy to stay at heavyweight and eat loads of cake. You know what I mean? I'm not a big heavyweight, but I am fledged into a heavyweight. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
yeah,
I mean, I can solidly fight at 105 kilos like I did with Lee Brown. So you know, I mean, if I put myself in the mix for that, I'd like to go for the British title at heavyweight if I could. I mean, 2 or 3 fights away from doing that if I put in good performances, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, I can go up or down. The thing is with the BKFC, you know, you get a bit of inactivity, don't you? There's not fights, and this is the problem. So if the fight's there, I'm going for it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And the heavyweights, there's not that much about really. I did see a great heavyweight up in Scotland, Jay McFarlane, who looked really, really good. Obviously, Jack Draper's been out. Jack Draper's been out for a long time with an injury.
Yeah.
Rob Cunningham's been out with an injury as well, which I've just heard some great news about Rob this evening. And congratulations on your diagnosis, I suppose. Better. It was a bit of a scare for him, I think, but pleased he's all right.
Sorry, like I hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. So that was great news. But you mentioned Lee Brown there as well. I was speaking to Lee yesterday, and he's decided he's going to have a last dance, and that's him done.
Is it on the bad to the bone?
I'm not sure what show it was, but he's got one left, he said, and then that's him.
I think I did see, I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I mean, you can't take me out away from Lee, can you? You know what I mean?
Nah.
Fights everyone. He's not bothered. He gets in there. Yeah,
he doesn't care, does he?
He's a bit of a throwback. He'll get a name and he'll go. You know what I mean? So massive respect to him. He owes no one any favours. You know what I mean? Definitely not.
Definitely not. Absolute legend of the sport. Like
a good bloke. He classed me as a friend now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, taking fights on 12 hours notice and stuff like that in the BKFC. What kind of man can you call up and say, I need you in a bare knuckle fight, 12 hours time?
Not many
people. Boss.
Up on that. There's not many I know that would knuckle up at that notice, mate. So,
brilliant. How's he been training with Andy? Obviously, Andy and Mick. Andy's a great coach. Had Mick as well, champion, and Mick still training hard. And hopefully, big news coming from him soon. How do you think they've brought you on? And Baz as well. So don't mention Baz as well. No, don't forget Baz at all.
Don't forget Baz. So, I mean, it's just invaluable, man. What they bring to the table and what I'm learning every day. I mean, for instance, last night I was in the gym and Mick was there, just sat on his desk, and we were working away, me and Baz. And he didn't interrupt the session, but he seen things, and he came in, and the next thing he was involved with the session, he was helping me out. I mean, just little things like that you won't get in other gyms, especially of someone with his experience. It's just brilliant. And, my eyes and my ears light up as soon as he speaks. And the things that he's shown me and the bits of sparring I've done with him, I mean, it's invaluable to this bare knuckle for me. Unbelievable.
Yeah. He's a top man. That was funny the other week with the the bit of banter between them that maybe went a bit too far, but
All I'll say is I was getting messages asking if I was training with nonsense. But it was just massive banter. If you don't understand it, you never will. You know what I mean? And
they're absolutely brutal to each other, aren't they? They're brutal to each other.
I mean, I was in absolute state when I was getting them messages. I'm still circulating now, some of them, but man, it was just all banter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What other fight on the card are you looking forward to see?
You know what it is, Ross? I think that card's brilliant. I think every fight is being put together very well and with a lot of thought. There's no, at the minute, I don't know, but I don't think there's any pullouts or people that are just coming in last minute. And for me,
the Jack Cullen fight's off. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, actually, I did know that one.
Yeah.
Is the other guy fighting or?
No, it's off completely, I think.
Yeah. But other than that, mate, I'm very interested in all the fights. I think the matchmaking's brilliant on this one.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone's in for a massive treat on the night. I think the styles will gel very well in every single fight that I've looked at. I do. Yeah,
I think it's going to be good. And obviously, having De Gale as top of the bill. What a victory. What a signing for BKFC. That is BKFC UK.
Absolutely nuts, isn't it? And to say that we're talking about being involved with something like that of a lad of his calibre. I mean, I know it's boxing, but you've still got to give him massive respect.
Yeah.
You know, but Bareknuckle is different, and let's see if he can turn over into the no gloves. I like to see him do very well. You know what I mean? I've always been a fan of James De Gale. Followed his fights before, you know, I came into this sport. So yeah, I hope he does really well.
Yeah, and of course, Aaron Chalmers and Jack Fincham as well. And I think a lot of people are going to be fooled into thinking this is just going to be another influencer fight, but these two lads have got a bit about them, and I think they really want to prove to themselves and to the BKFC fans that they can do this.
Absolutely, I think Chalmers has been involved with fighting most of his life, you know, even though he's done the TV side of things and the celebrity stuff.
So is Jack as well. Jack was an amateur boxer, and he said in a little interview I done with him that he was a fighter before he went on TV. He was a fighter that happened to go onto TV. You know, first of all, he's a fighter.
It's not like they're going for a 16-ounce glove fight, is it? You know what I mean? You've got to give them massive respect for coming over to this and having a dust up in this. So how can you take any away from anyone that's doing it? I mean, I know nutcases that our class is nutcases that won't do this.
Yeah. If you know nutcases that won't do this, what does that kind of make you then? Are you the nutcase that does it?
No, they're just not normal. This is normal.
It's going to be some night, mate, and people can get tickets off you as well, can't they? Through through your Instagram.
Yeah, just if anyone's interested in getting tickets and coming to support us, as many have already, just give me a message directly on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'll sort the tickets out. I mean, I think a lot of them have already sold out. If I'm honest, there's that much interest in this spectacle, let's call it, Ross, because it is.
Yeah.
All the lads are class on it. I speak to most of them, and I just want to. I can't pick winners in some of them because I'm mates with them, but I just want everyone to do well and come out healthy on the end of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah,
of course. That's what we all want. Make sure everyone comes out well and uninjured, hopefully.
Yeah.
But there's got to be one winner at the end of the night, and we'll see who gets their arms raised.
That's it, mate. That's it. That's what always happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent, Matty. Really appreciate your time. It's always great to speak to you, mate, and I'll catch up with you soon, yeah?
Top man. I'll see you soon, Ross, and you have a nice rest of the evening, mate.
You too, pal.
All right, pal. Nice one.
Cheers. See you later. Matty Mad Dog Hill. What a nice man. Got a lot of time for Matty, all the time in the world for him. So that was it. That was the end. Bareknuckle O'Clock, the first one. Next Thursday we'll be back. Hopefully I can do something a little bit better with production, not just coming back with the same old stuff, but we're working on it. We're working on it to get there. Appreciate you all for watching. Jab the like button, jab the subscribe button, and hopefully see you all next week as well.